My name's Peter from Mighty House, and we've got Ian behind the camera today. Ian's
Hello.
also from Mighty House, and we're here today to show you a refurbishment project that we've carried out in Lancaster. Lancaster is a booming student town. We manage over 900 rooms that we let to students. Lancaster's 6th in the UK tables as the 6th best university, and as such has lots of people looking to buy investment properties. Mighty House has Mighty Student Living as a student letting division, and so a lot of investors come to Mighty House to take advice on what to buy and where to buy and what their returns are going to be. This particular property has been bought by an investor from London who's given it to us to manage, and we've refurbished the property, and I'm going to show you some of the things that we've done to make it more practical and more attractive and achieve the best rent. So as we enter the house, what we've done initially is there was no wall here. This was the first reception room straight in off the street, so we put a wall in to create a bedroom. This room was actually quite tight, and when we looked at it, it was quite difficult to fit the furniture in. So the first thing we did was we reduced the depth of this chimney. The chimney breast was probably 60 centimetres deep and came out to here, and actually made the layout very awkward. So we've reduced it rather than take it all the way out, because the chimney upstairs is very, very shallow, and we have no structural work at all to reduce the depth. It's now only so deep. This means, and we've also cleverly just boxed off this side of the chimney, because this reveal is also fairly impractical, and we've been able to get a full-size radiator to fit there with enough room at the bottom of the bed to get round the bottom of the bed if you need to. As with many of these houses, you've got the electric and the gas meter to the right hand side of the chimney breast, or to the side near the front of the house, and it's quite impractical to use the area if you have a cupboard housing the meters. So what we've done is we've built this cupboard over the top of the meters, which sit inside a cupboard in the cupboard, and this cupboard then is the wardrobe, which is a really good use of the space. We've got a hanging rail up there, there's plenty of room for clothes to hang. It's left enough room to this side for the desk, which is yet to be delivered. And then if I come back around this side, we'll just talk quickly about the furniture. We've chosen IKEA furniture, or the desk and the drawers and the side table. The bed, we've got a bed company who supplies the bed bases with a 5-year guarantee, metal framed. They don't have any breakable slats, as with many of the beds that come with the slats that can snap. But because they're robust and hard, we've not gone with the thinnest mattress, we've put a thicker mattress on so it's more comfortable, and these mattresses are actually fully waterproof and breathable.
USB?
USB, yeah. So we've also put, in each bedroom as standard, we put a socket with a USB port or two as they come with. Trying to make the student experience more practical, and they can picture themselves working in here. We do have a shelf unit to put up just to finish that room off. As we walk through the corridor, we've put vinyl cushion flooring in, which is a floating floor, has a 15-year guarantee. And that follows through all the way into the living room and the kitchen. All the walls down here were all wallpaper. They were in a really bad way, and when we take the wallpaper off, inevitably there's damp, and wallpaper just hide a multitude of problems. So as standard, because we want plastered walls and a modern finish, we knock off the walls back to the brickwork, and we have our own system for tanking the walls to stop any damp. So we do a 3-stage tanking system, so it's knocking the wall off, we render the wall, so we've got a good solid base, and then we tank it with 2 coats of tanking product. The tanking product goes right down to the concrete floor rather than stopping short of the floor, and it overlaps, and then you don't get slugs crawling behind the skirting boards. It's just bulletproof, especially behind the windows where notorious for damp, below the windows rather. So that way we can plaster the walls with confidence, and we're not going to see the damp patches appearing through. In here, when we came to this house, the doorway into the kitchen was here, so we've moved the opening, This was as far right as we could get it. We needed to keep a certain width here for structural stability. So we've got the opening here, which means that although we've not got the budget from the owner to replace the kitchen, and to be fair, it doesn't need it yet, when we do, we can run the kitchen all the way up this side. We've got room for fridge freezer here. It was just very awkward with the opening where it was. So we've really made the space far more practical to live in. We have blinds as standard in the windows, a few nice touches with the side lamp there. And we've elected to switch the room around so that the TV is on that wall over there rather than the sofa being on that wall, which is very traditional layout. Makes the room feel bigger. We've got LED light, keep the electric costs down, and that's the same in every room. If we run upstairs, we'll show you a little bit about what we've done upstairs. Here in the hallway we've got microwave sensor light that comes on and off with movement, so the students can't leave the hallway lights on all night. And then we enter this area where the bathroom was, and in this area was one single bathroom. And this is a 4-bedroom student house, and really we aim for 2 bathrooms minimum with 4 students. So the idea was to split this into 2 bathrooms, which has worked perfectly. Both identical sizes, they both fit a 900 quadrant shower tray and cubicle in. We've reused the toilet and the basin in this one, just trying to save a bit of money. So our standard spec is we plywood the floor to give a good base for the vinyl flooring. We do put a decent towel rail in that's not too small. We want the bathrooms to be warm, otherwise you get condensation. We've got an EnviroVent extractor fan, so it's on a humidistat, so it comes on and off depending on the moisture content in the room, rather than one that comes on and off with the light. In the shower cubicles, if I come out here and you can feel, the wallboard we've used rather than tiles, just means it's a lot easier to clean, more durable. It's not cheap, but it's just so much better finish. This is not a honeycomb plastic wallboard, it's a solid MDF wallboard, veneered, and we've used offcuts to make a splashback and the shelf. Again, fully waterproof, so it's no trouble with swelling when it gets damp. So these are some of the things that we look at when we're doing our refurbishments, and we're all about attention to detail, making sure they're done to a very high quality. If you feel all the paint work, it's all well sanded down, nicely finished. We've got good quality fitments on the doors, bathroom lock. Just a lot of attention to detail goes into our projects. And if it's a lot of investors come to us and they want advice on where to buy and what to buy, and more and more of them are just literally leaving us the key and asking us to refurbish them and let them out, and that's exactly what we've done for this landlord. And we get £95 per week per room for 48 weeks, so that's 4 times 95, 48 weeks. And because the refurbishment has been done properly, it's what we would consider future proof, and I think this will rent out for many years to come. If this is something that we could help you with, then give us a call, 01524 54 8888.